This is a battle in the third round of the random New Year's Flash tournament. MasterBean is commanding the Odrysian Kingdom. The Armenian king is commanding Athens. Armenian king has not been lucky with his factions in this tournament, and his bad luck is going to continue, it seems like. So it looks like both the players have read their respective opponents fairly well. Skirmish heavy center for Armenian. Citizen cavalry. Thorax swords, picked hoplites. Thorax swords, picked hoplites. Pike corps. Militia hoplites. You don't see a pike corps work very often, but with all of these skirmishes and against the Odrysian Kingdom, it can absolutely work. The Odrysian Kingdom has some Thracian skirmishers of their own. 6 Thracian skirmishers, 41 missile damage. These will make the pikes evaporate in seconds. And when the pikes evaporate, there are going to be Thracian nobles. Still, and then we have Thracian horse, of course, and Thracian cavalry. I did say Thracian horse, not Thracian horse. Important difference. So a bit of skirmishing on the flanks here, shooting at the militia hoplites of all things. I guess they need to die as well, but maybe not use missiles on them. So Odrysian Kingdom is going to move up, of course. They need to get in range. And this is a very long pike line for Athens. It's even a bit deeper than it has to be. Like, you could make it a bit wider with these center pikes, but it won't matter much. 3 ranks deep is good for most scenarios. Perfect balance of blocking of a part of the map and of being able to actually hold off units frontally. Slingers starting to fire. Just firing at the mercenary dash and spears, they can take it. The mercenary hoplites can also take it, so getting these Thracian skirmishers off the field would probably take priority in this case. Oh, militia hoplites, MLG hoplites, getting into the... Oh, too bad they didn't get a charge. But now the Thracian skirmishers have to turn around, and that means that they're going to be taking a lot of damage in the rear. So already Armenian is owning the skirmish phase here. Look at all the kills on the Rhodians here in the center. Destroying the Thracian skirmishers, very important. Doing a few cheeky moves with the citizen cavalry. He has to be careful because they might just get hit by Thracian skirmishers. Using his militia hoplites to just block off the access here. Sending in the picked hoplites against the dash and spears. But, ooh, this is not good. Thracian nobles incoming. Citizen cavalry smashing through the mercenary... Nope, not smashing through the mercenary hoplites. Stopping on the mercenary hoplites, actually. And nicely done, putting the Thracian cavalry here. The Thracian cavalry could potentially just rush in and clean up the slingers. These citizen cavalry were able to get into the Thracian skirmishers, but the Thracian skirmishers can defend themselves somewhat, not as good as Thracian peltas, but still not completely hopeless. These Athenian units are going to be surrounded and destroyed. Picked hoplites are going to go down to the Thracian nobles. Another unit of nobles incoming. This unit, it looks like the Odrysian Kingdom just forgot about this unit here, and this could have been massive, just cleaning up the skirmishers, but instead it just got shot to death. So potentially game-losing mistake there. The militia hoplites somehow managed to get into the Thracian skirmishers and do some damage there. The picked hoplites are getting destroyed by the Thracian nobles. Over here as well, thorax swords getting mauled by the Thracian nobles. And the Thracians are trying to break the pike box now. Or it's not really a pike box, but try to break the pike line. Needs to be careful here because There is cavalry in the back line of Athens. Citizen cavalry might not be enough to stop them. Doesn't look like it. But this unit of militia hoplite is so useful. This unit as well, just chasing away the skirmishers. And you can see how quickly the pikemen die to these skirmishers here. So if the skirmishers were intact, these are only 2 skirmishers. If the skirmishers were intact, an Armenian wouldn't have been able to deal with them. Very nicely done in protecting his skirmishers here. Just putting the pikes down to ensure that the Thracian horse die. Thracian nobles running after the picked hoplites. Oh, let's see if they get expert charge defense. No, they're on the move. No expert charge defense for them. They're just going to get wrecked, I'm afraid. Oh yes. Very dead picked hoplites. The last of the Thracian skirmishers going down. A lot of kills for them being Thracian skirmishers. But they just were not protected well enough. I mean, that militia hoplites managed to get to them was disastrous. Picked hoplites getting destroyed by Thracian nobles. Should see the same here. The picked hoplites are trying to pull away while in phalanx. That is obviously not a good idea. Then this is going to happen. So a bit of miss micro there on the picked hoplites. Overall, looks like we have a pike with enemy units inside the box. That's interesting. Only 8 Thracian horse though, so no biggie. This is basically the only option available to Athens now. Mercenary veteran hoplites jogging in. And now the Odrysian Kingdom does not have the skirmishers to break the box. Nope. The hoplites even managed to get back in, which I have no idea how they managed to survive that. And now the Thracian nobles are just going to get destroyed by skirmishers. Valiantly trying to break the box, but skirmishers, very smartly done here. Skirmishers are just running out of the box like ants. Then they'll be able to skirmish a lot more effectively. Super small box here by Athens. And I think not bringing any long range skirmishing against a potential pike box, super risky for the Odrysian Kingdom. This is a scenario you have to prepare for if you're coming up against Athens. But still, imagine if that unit of Thracian horsemen that the Odrysian Kingdom forgot about. Imagine if that unit had been used to take out the skirmishers of Athens. Then this battle could have looked very different. So the Thracian nobles managing to get in and do a lot of damage to the pikes. Problem is they're losing a lot of men as well. But they are killing the pikes quickly. But they're dying more quickly than they're killing pikes, and breaking a pike blob like this with only Thracian nobles that are exhausted as well, not going to happen, unfortunately. So the skirmishers would have been invaluable at this point. Could have done so much damage to the pikes here. There's really nothing that the Odrysian Kingdom can do at this point. Just get shot to death by slingers, and that's it. So well played to Armenian King. Beating the Odrysian Kingdom with Athens is not easy, but he managed to do it by skirmishing and pikes, which, to be honest, are the tools that Athens has available to deal with the Odrysian Kingdom. Not a whole lot else they can do, to be honest. These pikes are going to die super quickly. And if he manages to keep doing this, like, keep catching the pikes when the pikes are down. Look at how quickly the pikes die then. So being very smart here and creating a second line behind that pike unit. So the pike unit breaks. The Thracian nobles rush in. 265 kills. But there just weren't enough long-range skirmishers. Like, look at... there weren't a lot of pikes left on the field for Athens at the end, but 218 kills on Rhodian slingers, 152. Very well played there. The Thracian nobles did okay. The problem was not being able to protect the Thracian skirmishers. So this build is sort of schizophrenic. Like, it looks like it wants to protect its skirmishers by using its hoplites and spears, but then it just lacks the punching power and it lacks the long range skirmishing power to reach out and do damage to these pikes. But good game. Athens, I think, had the most difficult time in this matchup against the Odrysian Kingdom, but Armenian King did what he had to do to win, skirmish and protect the skirmishers and also pikes. So good game, thanks for being in the tournament, MasterBean. This means that MasterBean is out of the tournament and the Armenian King advances to the next round. Strength and honor.